Hi guys, today I'll be ranking the Harry Potter books. So in total there is 8 books in this series, and I must say this is a very spectacular book series. Probably the best one ever. It spans between the years 1991 to 2020. The first book taking place, well, technically 1981 to 2020. Because the epilogue in the first one, whatever, the beginning takes place in 1981. But the main series is the 90s, not the 2000s. You'd know if you read the books. Okay, anyways, now it's time to rank all 8 of the Harry Potter books. Without further ado, number 8. Let's get this out of the way. This book sucks. The time turner sequence was dumb. Delphi's Voldemort's daughter sequence was stupid. Harry was acting abnormally bad. Ron was stupid. Hermione was an asshole. This book just sucks. It's garbage. This book shouldn't exist. If this book didn't exist, it wouldn't change a lot about the series. Anyways, that's number 8. Get that crap out of the way. Okay. Number 7. Harry Potter and the Order of Phoenix. Now, this is a good book, but the reason why I have it so high on the list, or so low on the list, is because this book is way too damn long. Even J.K. Rowling said herself, this book should have been shorter, at least 100 pages shorter. The pacing is like decent to mediocre, I'd say. The movie's better, in my opinion. Just for this one. Most of them, the book is better, but... Now, the thing also that sucks is... they have scenes in this book where they're literally just cleaning the house. That's boring. We don't want to see that. We want to see them in Hogwarts. And also, Harry's out of character. He beats the shit out of Malfoy because of something he said about his mom. Him and George Weasley beat the shit out of Malfoy, I think. But yeah, this is 870 pages, and it drags on for way too long. The pacing is pretty bad. It's not that good, and it's not interesting as well compared to the other books. Because, yeah. I mean, Umbridge, that's like the only interesting thing, and then they introduced Dumbledore's army for the first time in this book. It's cool. But other than that, it's not that good. Anyways, on to number 6. Oh, not this one. Sorry. Number 6 is Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. Now, the reason why I have it this on the list is because this book's kind of boring. I'm not even gonna lie. It's kind of boring. Besides the chamber part, and maybe a few fights in between, and then Dobby appearing in Harry's house, it's kind of boring. Like, there's not much going on. This is where we first get introduced to the concept of Horcruxes. I guess that's the most interesting thing about this book. It's also one of the shortest in the series. And, yeah, we get introduced to Tom Riddle, which is cool, I guess. And, yeah, that's about it. And Aragog and all that stuff. Yeah, that's the second book. It's better than the 5th book, but I would say it's not that good still. It's really not that good. Get out of the way. Okay. Number 5. Harry Potter. Oh, this is the one that started it all. Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. Now, I like this book, but it's not that good compared to the later books, I'd say. It's alright, because we get introduced to Harry, Oliver Wood, Voldemort, the Dursleys. This is where it all started. It was pretty cool, because, we got to see, the origins as well. We got to see Harry as a baby, Hagrid carrying him to the Dursleys, which is pretty interesting. And yeah, it was, I'd say it was a decent book. It wasn't that good, but it wasn't that bad. It was alright. Anyways, yeah, this is, I I'd say this is around the time where they were having the happy Harry Potter books, not the dark ones yet. Just like the second one. They were more happy leaning. But yeah, that's number 5. Number 4, Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. This is actually the first book where it starts to get dark, I'd say. Sirius Black, first appearance of Sirius Black, first appearance of Cedric Diggory. You get to see the Hufflepuff versus Gryffindor Quidditch match. The Dementors, we get introduced to that concept. Pretty good book. I like it. And Buckbeak, they have to free Sirius and Buckbeak before time runs out. It's a pretty awesome sequence, not gonna lie. I like this book. And this is the first time I get introduced to Time Turners, but they actually use it right here, unlike The Cursed Child. And yeah, pretty good book. I'm not gonna lie. I like it. Anyways, that is number 4. That was in the middle one. Number 3, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. Now, if they ended with this book, I would have been fine with it. This book is really good. I like it a lot. I like the battles of the 7 Potters. I like the Silver Doe scene, Voldemort versus Harry. It's more, cool to see in this book. And then, what else was in here? I'm trying to remember. There's flashbacks between Snape and Dumbledore, and then Harry talking to Dumbledore when he dies temporarily, which is a pretty sad and emotional scene, as Dumbledore confesses to the bad things he did in the past with Grindelwald, which was pretty emotional, I'm not gonna lie. And the battle was pretty good as well. This is a pretty good book, I'm not gonna lie. This is a great book. It's not in number 1 or 2 tier. That's the only problem. It's still a great book though. But yeah, that's it's also one of the longest books in the series, but it's still a good book. Okay, here we go. Number 2, this might piss a lot of you off. Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. Now, I love this book. Don't get me wrong, but it's not number 1. But I'll tell you why, I guess. It has an interesting backstory with the Voldemort flashbacks and stuff, but there's not a lot of action in this book, which kind of bores me at times. But I mean, there was the Dementor invading scene in the beginning, or the obscural invasion scene in the beginning, which was cool, but there wasn't much action like when Harry got to Hogwarts. There was just flashbacks of Voldemort. They were good though. We got to see Morphin, Morvolo, Morvolo, Merope, which is Voldemort's father. Voldemort's mother. Billy Stubbs and the Rat, Hepzibah Smith, and the Locket. It was pretty cool. I like this book a lot. It is a great book, I'm not gonna lie. And Dumbledore dies, and this is really when things start to heat up, because, we really get revealed that Snape is the Half-Blood Prince, which is cool. And yeah. I'd say this is when Harry and Ginny's relationship started to become very close around this book. And also, let's see. I'm trying to remember. In this book, Bellatrix wasn't on the astronomy tower like she was in the movies. She was just, I guess, fighting. I think Yaxley was there, though, in the book. And, yeah. This is a really good book. This is probably the book where they use the pensive the most. That's for Voldemort's memories. They're actually using it for a reason. But, yeah, that's Half-Blood Prince. Really great book. Number 1. I enjoyed this book the most because it was so action-packed. You had dragons, you had underwater task, you had riddles in the maze. It was awesome. This book was awesome. And then you had the firebolt. You had Cedric, Crumb, Fleur, and Harry compete against each other. It was awesome. And this is the first time in the series where Voldemort's actually strong. He's not just hiding like a coward like he did in the first 3 books. It's awesome, honestly. Great book. Yeah. This is number 1 because, you know, it's just so action-packed. The pacing is great in this book. I know it's a long book. This is the first book where you can actually notice that it starts to get long, but the pacing's good at least, so it doesn't feel that long. Then Dobby, which they canceled in the movies, Dobby gives Harry gillyweed and all that stuff to help him with the tasks. In the movie, they give them to Neville instead of Dobby, I believe. I don't know why. But Dobby is featured in the 2nd, 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th books, I think. I'm not sure, though. I don't think he's in the 3rd book, though. Quote me if I'm wrong. Yeah, it's kind of dusty, but it's still a great book. My favorite book in the series, because all the tasks and action. Out of all the books in the series, I think this book has the most action in it. And then Ron getting jealous of Crumb. Little Bagman. I fucking love that guy. He is so amazing. I kind of wish he was in the movies. He was amazing and energetic. He would have been the perfect announcer for Quidditch. I'm not gonna lie, instead of Lee Jordan. Lee Jordan's still good, but Little Bagman just takes it to another level. I kind of wish they featured him in the movies. But yeah, I love this book. Really great book. Triwizard Tournament. Dumbledore is actually really calm in this book. When in the movie he was kind of aggressive to Harry, which I liked about Dumbledore in the books. He was more calm and sincere to Harry than he was in the movies to Harry. But yeah, I like this book a lot. And yeah, that's my number 1. Really great book. And yeah. Anyways, peace.